Are you ready to embark on a captivating tale filled with friendship, loyalty, and secrets that could unravel an entire kingdom? Join Adira on a captivating journey through a kingdom plagued by betrayal and secrets. Will her unwavering kindness and loyalty prevail in the face of treacherous plots? Watch until the end to uncover the fate of Adira, the kingdom, and the hidden agendas that threaten them all. Get ready for a thrilling adventure that will leave you craving for more. Once upon a time, in the village of there lived a young maiden named Adira. She possessed a kind-hearted and beautiful nature, and her eyes, filled with curiosity, sparkled with the innocence of youth. They mirrored the captivating beauty of the starlit sky. Adira's mother, Adon, was a widowed woman who did everything she could to ensure a comfortable life for herself and her daughter. Despite their limited resources, Adon, a fruit seller in the bustling village market, instilled in Adira the invaluable lessons of kindness and generosity. She firmly believed that even the smallest acts of kindness had the power to illuminate someone's darkest day. Situated on the path leading to the palace of the kingdom, Adira's home became a routine stop for her. Every morning, before attending to other chores, she took it upon herself to sweep the path leading to the palace. This ritual brought her joy and a sense of fulfillment. King Edek, an elderly man, took notice of Adira's unwavering dedication to this task and extended an invitation for her to visit the palace whenever she pleased. Adira had a close friend named Layla. Since their homes were in close proximity, they had been friends since childhood and spent most of their time together, visiting each other frequently. King Yuki, an elderly monarch, had recently married a young bride named Ie. However, Ie led a flamboyant lifestyle and was unfaithful to the king. King Edek, aware of the situation, had an elders' council consisting of 25 respected men from all over the kingdom. Unbeknownst to him, 15 of the council members were secretly plotting to remove him from power. They held clandestine meetings and devised plans to eliminate the king. Among them, Agamba, a high-ranking chief in the kingdom, had his sights set on the throne. To further his mission, Agamba engaged in an illicit relationship with the young Queen Igoma. Their secret meeting solidified the betrayal of the king and potentially his demise. One evening, as the golden sun gracefully descended below the horizon, casting a warm amber glow upon the village, Adira and Layla were on their routine farm run. Accompanied by her friend, Adira carried a basket filled with the crops she had harvested. Along the way, they came across an elderly man struggling with a bundle of firewood, burdened by the weight of age. Adira couldn't ignore his plight, despite the indifference displayed by passers-by. "I need to help that old man," Adira told her skeptical friend, Layla, as she handed over her basket. Concerned, Layla tried to dissuade her, fearing potential danger from a stranger. "You don't even know him. What if he's a raving madman?" "Adira, stop this madness. You can't help everyone all the time. I'll leave you and go back home." However, Adira remained determined, dismissing Layla's concerns. She approached the old man, convinced that he posed no harm. "Papa, please let me help you take your firewood home," she offered. Layla reluctantly left, taking Adira's basket back to their village. It turned out to be the longest journey Adira had ever undertaken, given the old man's slow walking pace. By the time they reached his humble hut at the edge of the village, the moon proudly hung in the sky, adorned with a scattering of stars. Adira dropped the heavy load of firewood and caught her breath. "Papa, please ask your children to fetch me some water to drink," she requested, looking at the old man. He returned her gaze with a crooked smile. "I don't have any children, my dear. I am Uranta, a messenger of the gods who has been present for centuries, traveling to various villages to carry out the will of the divine beings. While I didn't truly need help, I sought to find a kind-hearted person to inherit my gift of abundance from this village. Thank you for walking this long distance to assist me." Your kindness deserves a worthy reward." In gratitude for Adira's kindness, Uranta bestowed upon her a small shimmering seed of unknown origin. He instructed her to plant it under the light of the full moon, promising a gift beyond measure. Guided by Uranta's words, Adira planted the seed beside their hut, next to a patch of fertile soil, illuminated by the silvery glow of the full moon. As the moon waxed and waned, the seed sprouted and grew into a magnificent tree. Its roots delved deep into the earth while its branches reached towards the heavens. After a month, the tree was fully grown, but Adira wondered how it would bless her. Curiosity led Adira back to Uranta's deserted and unkempt hut. One fateful night, she sat under the shade of the tree to rest. A gentle breeze stirred the leaves, carrying a soft whisper. The tree spoke, assuring her that her desires would be fulfilled if she tied them to its branches and watered them under the moonlight. It emphasized the importance of selflessness and using the tree's blessings for the good of others. Though skeptical, Adira was willing to try. She tied various fruits she could find to the branches and watered them under the moonlight. In the morning, she was shocked to find the fruits multiplied abundantly, covering her entire compound. Overjoyed, she and her mother rushed to the king to share the news and offered the fruits to anyone in need, making them symbols of honor in the kingdom. Adira also shared fruits with the king and continued to send him daily supplies. When the seeds from the magic tree were planted across the village, crops flourished and became bountiful. The kingdom was filled with vibrant fields and ripe fruits ready for harvest. Meanwhile, the king's rival, Angum, conspired with the king's young wife, Igoma, to poison him. Igoma prepared a meal laced with poison, but before the king started eating, he consumed one of the apples Adira had sent him as an appetizer. To Igoma's surprise, the poison failed to work, leaving her bewildered. In a twist of fate, the king remained unharmed due to the magic within the apple. Having failed in their poisoning attempt, Aum and his cohorts sought help from dark forces in another kingdom. They conspired with an evil sorcerer, Dibia, and summoned a malevolent demon to physically kill the king in his sleep. Under the full moon, the Dibia invoked 3 vicious spirits from the depths of hell, instructing them on their nefarious task. The atmosphere turned eerie and foreboding as darkness enveloped their intentions. The grown men trembled in fear at the sight of the spirits, causing great unease. The powerful Dibia screamed incantations, invoking the name of King Ai and pointing towards the kingdom. The demons responded with a piercing shriek and swiftly soared through the air, heading straight for King Iki in That night, Adira was awakened from her slumber by a mysterious presence. She hurriedly opened her window and observed her magic tree, which emitted an unusual glow, concealing the fruits that had grown on its branches. Stepping outside her hut, she noticed 3 radiant beams of light above the mountain, rapidly approaching the path leading to her tree. The lights burned brightly, leaving long trails behind them. As the beams drew closer, Adira's tree intensified its glow. Intrigued, she concealed herself and watched, trying to comprehend the spectacle. The leaves of the tree glowed even brighter, and suddenly, as the 3 beams of light were about to pass over the tree, the branches extended and mysteriously ensnared the beams, absorbing their life force in an instant. Soon after, the tree returned to its original state, adorned with luscious fruits once again. Perplexed, Adira retreated to her hut and went back to sleep. The following morning, the king held a council meeting with all his elders. As the men gathered, the 15 elders who had conspired and launched an attack the previous night were shocked to see the king standing before them, overseeing the meeting. Murmurs and whispers circulated among the evil men, including their leader, Agamba, as they exchanged astonished glances. Agamba reached under his garment and retrieved another charm, intending to execute his plan alone and end it all. He aimed the charm at the king and squeezed it, but in that instant, a burst of light erupted in the middle of the throne room, countering every form of evil charm present and striking everyone involved in the plot against the king. Some men covered their faces in fear, while others fell to the ground in shock. As the dust settled, Uranta appeared before the men. The lifeless bodies of the 14 evil elders lay scattered throughout the throne room, and Agamba himself struggled for breath, clinging to dear life on the ground. The king, filled with anger, demanded to know who the intruder was and how they dared to cause such chaos in his presence without permission or invitation. Uranta, his voice resonating throughout the entire room, recounted the plot orchestrated by all the implicated men, including Agamba himself. Uranta informed the king about their previous attempts on his life and how the tree planted near Adira's home had been his only salvation in recent months. At that moment, the king's servants brought out the lifeless body of Queen Aa from her inner chambers. It became evident that the blinding light that appeared had also affected her and resulted in her demise. The astonished king confronted Agamba and inquired if the claims were true. With his dying breath, Agamba begged for forgiveness, and as he passed away, he affirmed the truth. Turning to the king, Uranta declared that the evil within was extensive, and if he left the tree there, the entire kingdom would be reduced to desolation. The gods had decided to reclaim the tree of abundance, vowing never to interfere in the affairs of kingdom again. Uranta vanished instantly, and around the same time, the tree near Adira's house also disappeared, leaving only a mark where it once stood. The following months witnessed immense suffering and widespread illness plaguing the land of By the 4th month, the sick began to perish one by one, filling the kingdom with cries of anguish. The king was heartbroken and deeply concerned about the fate of his realm. Adira and her mother, devastated by the sight of their people's suffering, desperately sought a solution but found none. Adira, filled with desperation, ventured into the bushes, searching for Uranta's abandoned and overgrown hut, where she had previously helped him with firewood. In her confusion, Adira cried out at the top of her lungs, pleading for Uranta's assistance. Moved by compassion, Uranta appeared before her and asked why she had come. Adira implored him to return the tree and restore sanity to kingdom. Understanding Adira's intentions and her worries for the land's future, Uranta decided to bring back the tree. He instructed her to return home, assuring her that the tree had indeed returned, but this time its powers were unpredictable and potentially harmful. Overjoyed, Adira hurried back home to reunite with her tree, which now bore red leaves. Gradually, peace and abundance were restored in the land of Within the 2nd week of the tree's return, Adira became beloved by everyone in the kingdom and beyond. Crops flourished, the sick were healed by consuming the tree's fruits, and harmony was reinstated. However, amidst the joy and prosperity, darkness once again crept into Adira's childhood friend, Lila, watched with envy as the villagers showered Adira with praise and admiration. Consumed by jealousy, Lila concocted a plan to tarnish Adira's reputation and usurp the spotlight for herself. Unaware of the full extent of the tree's powers and ignorant of the events that had unfolded in previous months, Lila sought to exploit the tree's abilities to bring shame upon her friend and possibly benefit herself. However, her first step was to remove Adira from the picture so that she could take center stage and claim ownership of the tree for her family, as their home was located on the same land where the tree had been planted. Under the cover of darkness, Lila stealthily approached the magical tree, her heart filled with malice and bitterness. With trembling hands and an intention to unleash the worst possible outcome from the tree, she tied a dead snake to its branches and watered it under the moonlight. Satisfied with her devious plan, she quickly retreated to her home, unable to contain her excitement for what she believed to be a brilliant idea. Sleep evaded her as she eagerly awaited the unfolding of her scheme. Desiring to be the first to shift blame onto Ed once trouble arose the following morning, Leah remained unaware that the tree possessed a role beyond granting wishes and producing abundance. It also served as a vessel of justice, attuned to the purity of the heart seeking its magic. As the moonlight illuminated the serpent's lifeless body, a ripple of darkness spread throughout the village, awakening a dormant force hidden within the depths of the earth. The next morning, Layla was awoken by hissing sounds outside her hut. Filled with excitement, she flung open the door, only to be confronted by a horde of venomous snakes slithering towards her with deadly intent. Letting out a scream of horror, Leah and her parents were consumed by the writhing mass of serpents, their lives claimed by the curse she had invoked. Subsequently, the snakes went on a rampage, selectively killing individuals throughout the kingdom, plunging the village into chaos. Amidst grief and confusion, Adira sought counsel from Urenta. Kneeling beneath the tree, she cried out, questioning why such tragedy had been allowed to unfold. Her voice trembled with anguish. Urenta, with eyes as ancient as the earth itself, revealed to Adira the wisdom behind the magical tree's power. He solemnly explained that the tree delivered the first dose of whatever was planted on it to the person and their family. If someone harbored an evil heart and invoked anything dangerous, capable of causing harm, whatever the tree produced would go after everyone who shared in their darkness within the village. With this revelation, Adira grasped the cost of selfishness and the significance of maintaining a pure heart. Guided by Urenta's wisdom, she vowed to utilize the magic of the tree solely for the greater good, ensuring that kindness and compassion would forever flourish in her beloved village. In the shadow of the magical tree, with danger and wickedness eradicated from the community, the villagers lived in harmony once more, under the watchful gaze of the moon. Their hearts were forever touched by the enduring power of generosity and love. The once quiet village blossomed into a bustling hub of prosperity and kindness, as its inhabitants united in gratitude for Adira's selfless act. Her story teaches us about the profound power of kindness, selflessness, and purity of heart. Adira's unwavering generosity and compassion not only brought abundance to her village but also served as a beacon of hope and goodness in the face of darkness. However, it also underscores the importance of responsibly utilizing power and resources with pure intentions. Layla's actions demonstrate the consequences of selfishness and malice, reminding us that our intentions and actions can have far-reaching effects, impacting not only ourselves but also those around us. Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey filled with magic and profound lessons. If you enjoyed this story and found it inspiring, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more captivating content. Together, let's embrace kindness, selflessness, and nurture pure hearts, creating a community where goodness triumphs over evil and true abundance flourishes.